Good morning. My name is Luis. I'm an intern here at Calvary Chapel, Rosarito, and this is today's good news. So today we're looking at the promises of Jesus. The promises of Jesus found in the New Testament. New Testament, we're in Matthew chapter 6, verses 26. But before we get into the verse, I got a question. And the question is this: what do you call a bird that prays? What do you call a bird that prays? The answer? A bird of prey. You get it? A bird of prey. All right. So let's take a look at this verse. Verse 26, Matthew 6. And it reads like this: look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in the barn, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? So here we look at the Lord mentioning all his creation: a bird, air, barns that are created by human beings like me and you, heavens, because he mentions the heavenly Father. And this word right here, when he mentions the birds, makes me think about something Solomon mentioned. And we know all the words inspired by God, and God speaks through Solomon, and he says, consider the ants, you sluggard. Consider the ants. So considering all these things that the Lord mentions in this verse, we can see that the Lord is the creator of all things. There's nothing that he hasn't touched. There isn't nothing that he hasn't came out of his mouth or through his mind and into our lives. And today we be thankful for that. We could consider the bird. We could look at the air, and we could see how the Lord is working in our lives. And he tells us, using the bird for an example, Jesus being creative. He says, look at the bird. He says, they don't reap, they don't sow, they don't worry. They ain't worried about what they have in their refrigerator and what they don't. They don't even have a refrigerator. But us as human beings, we should not worry about what's in our fridge, what we lack, what we don't have, what we need. But we should trust in the Lord. And as we learn to trust in the Lord and draw close to the Lord provides. And as the Lord provides, our faith grows. And as our faith grows, we speak, we share, we fly like the bird. We are a example. We are example. Now, we don't fly, but when we move in the Spirit and we walk according to God's will, we leave an example. Just like the Lord used the bird for an example in this verse. He says, look at him, consider him. Like Solomon said, consider the ants, the wisdom of the ant. Consider the life of a bird who does not reap, who does not sow, who does not worry, who does not store. And that's what the Lord wants us to do. He wants us to trust in him. He wants us to know who is our creator, who provides for us, who will continue to provide for us and not let us down. He is God. He is our Father. He is our Father in heaven. What a beautiful verse. What a beautiful promise from Jesus Christ. He doesn't want us to worry. He doesn't want us to worry. He wants us to trust him, draw close, draw nigh. He says it in I think Isaiah. But that's what we're here for. We're here to worship him, to glorify him, to sing like a bird. Is something that we do when we worship. You know, the bird sits on its perch, it worships, it sings, it lives a life worry-free. And that's what we do when we sing to the Lord and we just trust him and worship him. And we do that as Christians. We do that as we walk through this world, as we resemble Jesus Christ. As a Christian, we resemble Jesus Christ, who was worryless, who told his disciples, don't worry about money, don't worry about clothes, don't worry about where you're going to rest your head. So today, 3 points that we could consider and put into practice so that we could grow close to the Lord and trust in the Lord is point number 1. Worrying is not of God. God didn't make us to worry. He didn't make the bird to worry. He didn't make us to worry. That's why he uses the bird for an example. He didn't make the ant to be a sluggard, and he didn't make us to be sluggards either. He called us to come to work, and working for him, we are wise, we are examples, and we walk according to his will. Consider God's ways. When we consider God's ways, we understand that God's in control of everything, like this verse. We understand that he's in control of the air. We understand he's in control of the life of the bird, the life of the man, the ability for a man to create, as well as the heavens. He's a heavenly Father. And point number 3 is God will provide. God will provide. God will not leave us without. God will not. We will have times of difficulty. We will have times of struggle. We will find ourselves in situations where we want to worry. But when we draw close to the Lord and we move our sin out of the way, because that doesn't let us get close to the Lord. When we move that stuff out of the way, we draw close to the Lord will provide, and he will provide in abundance, because he gave us life and life in abundance. And that is today's good news.